will show you that USDC is very important for MiCA money flow, and Swift is prepared for that. Okay, and we'll show you exactly how important that is and how Swift is prepared for that. It will also show you connections between BRICS announcements and Swift price action. Okay. And then we'll also show you a slept on connection for Swift, which is Polkadot. Okay. Polkadot does have a connection to Tim Draper. So we can also search there for connections to Swift and why that might be important and why people, um, well, we can't tell you why people are overlooking it, but I can definitely tell you that it's overlooked, and we should definitely not overlook that because it's definitely important, especially when it comes to Metapath. Okay, so all that and more today. But as always, we're gonna hit you with Indigo Saint. Check out his show, The Third Eye, and yeah, let's get into it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Black View Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was black or invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on our black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested.
Indigo killing it. And by the way, guys, I'm working on getting the Indigo on here so we can do a follow up to the show we had yesterday or day before yesterday, as far as like Zimbabwe and what's going on with their money, their gold backed currency, and what's going on boots on the ground in Zimbabwe. So we're going to get the third eye on here, Indigo Saint, and we're going to talk about that. So be sure to be on the lookout for that show. And definitely want to thank you guys because last show we got the most comments. We got like 23 comments. I replied to all of them, and it's definitely getting the show out. Okay. And if you want to spread the word about Swift, get more interest retail into Swift, definitely like, subscribe, and comment. It just helps spread the word. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this without ado here. And you know how they say a picture says 1,000 words. Very intentional with the thumbnail today. Now just look at this, right? And this is just a smidgen. This is just a tiny bit of what's going on with Swift. So we got the USDC and Swift kind of being the current, the conduit, the river, if you will, for all of this USDC money flow. Okay. And around on the other side here, on the banks of this river, on the banks of this money flow, we have a whole bunch of exchanges that are connected to Tim Draper. And these are just exchanges. We're not even talking about the blockchains. You could continue down this river with like Polkadot, XRP, Binance, Tron. So you could make this river even longer with even more stuff. But I just chose to focus on exchanges. And even we threw in a wallet because, Tim Draper owns Ledger as well. So we got Ledger, we got Wire, we got Robinhood, we got Coinbase, we got Bitrefill. Yes, he owns that too. We got CoinDX, large exchange in India. We got Gemini. We got Lemon Cash, which we focused on last episode. Be sure to catch the last episode, okay? We got Coin Haku. We got PDAX, which is a Filipino exchange. We got CoinNut, which is Singaporean and Canadian. We got UnoCoin, which is another Indian exchange. We got OpenSea, and we got YeePay. One of the things I kind of want to point out here, there seems to be something that the color blue, okay, as far as money flow, and you can see that most of these contain the color blue in some way. I think there might be some esoterica to that, and what the color blue does for us as far as money is concerned. And if they don't contain the color blue, they contain the color green, okay, which of course we know money is green in our country. We also have some blue colored bills, so we're back to the colored blue. So there must be something deeper there with that. We could also go into how the heart chakra is actually green. So maybe there's a connection there, exactly, right? And if I were to also throw Tether in here, which is something that Swift also supports, Tether, their logo is green. Okay, so just throwing in a little bit of the esoterica. I see messages from you guys saying that you want to get more into that. I'm probably going to make that a separate show since I already kind of made that a separate show already anyway. Just keep giving me messages if there's something you want to get more into. Okay. Let me go ahead here and see who's in the comments. What is up, Shook Focus? What is up, E? What's up, Les Square? What's up, Papa Kev? Central Florida in the house. Appreciate you. So we're gonna get to all of these comments, and definitely, again, like I said, comment and like the video. It definitely helps spread the word about Swift around. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I think the first place we want to start is the USDC. Okay, um, so USDC and MiCA. Okay, remember when Robinhood um, they acquired they acquired Bitstamp. Okay, and we know um, Tim Draper owns Robinhood, so this is another exchange that Tim Draper has acquired here. Um, okay, I just closed some information on that. Let me pull it back up again because it was pulling a lot of freaking memory. But here we're going to look at this information here, and they say that one of the reasons why Robinhood acquired Bitstamp is because it's going to help it out with MiCA laws. Okay, and if you're not familiar with MiCA, it's basically what they're going to do for the European laws. The European laws, they have something called MiCA, which is basically going to set regulation for cryptocurrencies in Europe. Okay, we talked about a coin LCX, which was like the guinea pig, the starter, like the first like mover in MiCA laws. We're still very bullish in LCX. Check out our LCX videos. Free game right there for you on LCX and the LCX exchange. Definitely a coin I think has a bright future. Okay, but I digress. So MiCA laws, and it's called Markets in Crypto Assets. They say here the EU's first unified crypto legislation can't talk today, called Markets in Crypto Assets takes effect in January, and license holders in member states will have until January 26th to obtain full MiCA permits. Okay, and this is, don't be confused by this date. They have until that date. There are people that have it already, like I just mentioned, LCX. But yes, this gives Robinhood a MiCA license. Okay, let me go ahead and kill our Telegram for a second. Be sure to sign up to a Telegram where we have tons and tons of great information. You can see our moderator E, he's already posting some stuff about LCX, just so everybody can know about that. LCX on a good like pullback, as a lot of coins are this year or right now. Not this year, because this year things have been bullish. We were in LCX at 4 cents, by the way. So big ups to us. A Black Roo Crew, that's like what, 5x for us. So big ups to us. But I thoroughly do see LCX hitting the dollar mark at some point. Not financial advice, just what I'm thinking with my portfolio. Yeah, be sure to come over here to the Telegram. It's completely free for now. um, and if you want to take a step up from there, come to the Patreon. But a lot of that stuff within the next couple weeks are ending up changing. I know I said last week I'm going to change it, but there's some stuff going on in the background. Not ready to announce that stuff yet, but that stuff is going to be changing. So, get in while you can. Okay. So Patreon soon to be changing. Maybe even the Telegram moves from not being free anymore. Who knows? But this stuff is going to be changing. Um, but everybody who's in there now, not to worry. You're going to be grandfathered and all of that. So don't even worry about that. But yeah, so there we go. So MiCA. So obviously this is important for Draper because Robinhood went and bought Bitstamp. They're going to get that MiCA license there. And some other news that you might not have known recently happened. Uphold to end support for Tether, DAI, Frax, and other stablecoins ahead of MiCA laws. Okay. So Uphold's one of the biggest exchanges in the United States. They decided to adhere to MiCA laws. They needed to get rid of all the rest of these stablecoins. Now, don't misunderstand. I think there's still a plan for all these different stablecoins. So it says New York-based crypto exchange Uphold will discontinue support for several stablecoins such as Tether, DAI, Frax, in anticipation of the markets and crypto assets regulation. So this is a European regulation, but they're choosing to go with USDC, which touts itself as a digital dollar. Okay. Now we would think because it's in Europe, we would think, okay, wouldn't they want to do more like type of BRICS stuff? But I guess this is just the European MiCA. So these are more people that are more NATO centric, if you would. Okay. But again, too, that also tells me a little bit for me, we got to kind of get ourselves a little bit out of the whole G7, uh, BRICS stuff, because to the billionaires, it doesn't matter at all, right? It just really doesn't matter to them. But if we were to go with the common narrative, I think, okay, European MiCA is more probably NATO centric. Okay. Now, also affected stable coins that they're going to get rid of are Gemini dollar, Pax dollar, and True dollar, True $5. Now, again, you got to look at this. You kind of got to look at the multiple levels of this. This is a little aside. Okay. Um, and I remember Draper owns Gemini. So the Gemini dollar will be used for something. And the Paxos, these are the guys who do the PayPal dollar. Okay. So the PayPal USD is going to be used for something as well. So don't look at this as like, okay, only USDC is the chosen one, because these other things will be used just for whatever reason. Right now, they're choosing to centralize and focus on USDC. Okay. But these companies didn't create these dollar stablecoins for nothing. Okay. As well as PayPal, which just created theirs not too long ago, like within the last year or so. So don't fall for the fake here. Like, okay, Tether is going to be collapsing, or all of this. Don't fall for the fake here. But we can see here again, at least from MiCA, that USDC is important, and so much important that Robinhood kind of chose to go buy Bitstamp. Okay. Now, if we go and look at Swift, and we did this a couple weeks ago, we see that a lot of the support that they have is for USDC. Base, C Chain here, Optimism, Solana, Arbitrum, Optimism, C Chain, which is um, Avalanche, Arbitrum, again, Base. But at the same time, you also see support for Tether. So Swift is ready, right? They're ready for both sides of that stable coin. Okay. I thought I killed this. So they're ready for each one of those stable coins. You can see they also support DAI. They also support the Gemini dollar. I think they also support Frax. So they're ready. They also support the PayPal USD as well. So they're ready for any type of flow. And there's the PayPal USD, as you can see, which I'm trying to let you see, but my mouse is not so. My mousing is not so Okay, well, you can see it right there. I'm trying to do it. There we go. There, that's better. I use the arrows. So, yep, you can see PayPal USD. So they're ready for any type of USD, and you can see it here too, UST with dot. So, which dot we're going to get into as well. So, Swift's ready for the money to flow into any of these blockchains via USDT or USDC. But according to MiCA, it seems like USDC is their chosen coin, chosen stablecoin. So let's move on to the Polkadot kind of narrative here. Now, remember, we love to bring up this whole thing with Boost VC, which you can see Adam Draper, Draper's son, fourth generation capitalist. Um, so that proves kind of he's Draper's son. This is ran by Adam Draper, Boost VC. It just happens to have a lot of connections when you look at its crypto portfolio. Okay, so looking at his crypto portfolio, you see Polkadot is there. Okay, um, I just also saw something with this Rehive. This is going into what we were talking about last time. We didn't cover Rehive, we didn't talk about it, but it's a platform and toolkit for building and launching fintech applications, and it's in South Africa. So we missed that last time. I just want to bring it up now. But back to Polkadot here. So Polkadot is covered right there. And I think a lot of people miss Polkadot, but one big coin that is on Polkadot that can have a really big implications if we talk about Metapath is Energy Web Token. Okay, and if we take a look at Energy Web Token, I don't think they're listed at all on Swift's page. But if we go and look again at the followers of Energy Web Token, if you're not familiar with Energy Web Token, it's basically a coin which plans to tokenize energy assets. Okay. So very cool in that aspect. But if we scroll down, we'll see that Swift blockchain does follow Energy Web Token. And many moons ago, Energy Web Token was given a shout out by BlackRock. Energy Web Token jumped 25% to 318 after it was mentioned by BlackRock in a press release. And this is from August 11, 2022. Okay. So, again, the whole decarbonization narrative, the whole climate change narrative, and, people have their views on that. But this is the direction that it seems like the World Economic Forum and others are going. So we can't ignore it. And there are definitely connections to BlackRock and Draper in that BlackRock chooses to house the funds for their ETF with Coinbase, which Draper owns. And then there was a whole connection with Onera, which Onera was helping out with Arcanix and holding BlackRock funds on Arcanix via with Arcanix on the Hedera blockchain. Excuse me. If you guys remember that news and remember Onera, if we go look up Draper Gorin Home, Onera is a blockchain that Draper also owns. Draper Gorin Home. So do your own research on that article. I don't have that article pulled up, but I will just show you here via Draper Gorin Home that is something connected to Tim Draper. If it decides to load here, I'm gonna have to close this. Okay, I don't know. Maybe the site's not up anymore, or something, or I don't know what's going on here. Are we good? Okay, so we're good. Let me just do this. I don't know why I can't reach the site. Maybe that website is having some difficulty, or they took it down, or who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I can't be reached. I don't know. Maybe they took it down or whatever. I don't know. I really can't tell you. Let's see if we can reach the Twitter at least. Okay, the Twitter's here. Something's wrong with the website. I don't know, but on the website it does say that they're connected to Onera. Okay, I wonder if they show something about that. Can I look at Onera right quick? Okay, hopefully this will just show it. First institutional grade blockchain for digital assets. Okay, so you can see here Alan Goren. So he's on this right here. Doesn't seem like they do much with their Twitter because it hasn't been updated since 2021. But we do know they were tagged in the whole information that went on with Hedera. If anybody wants to see that information, like specifically, just let me know in the chat and I'll bring it up. But we're really going to try to get this done in an hour because it seems like the algorithm likes videos that are under an hour. So next, let me look at some of the comments, and then we'll get to what's going on with BRICS price action or with Swift price action and BRICS. Okay. Uh, Rue the Truth. Thank you, Shook Focus. Crypto Rue, let's go. What's going on, E? So Swift is one of the most promising. You tend to talk about them quite a lot. Yes, indeed. Um, yeah, I do definitely talk about those guys pretty much a lot. But there's a lot of connections there, and it gets us into a lot of different blockchains, a lot of different um, coins, because so many coins are connected to Tim Draper and his empire, his legacy, if you will. So yeah, I'll continue to talk Swift because that gets us to a lot of different coins. Like one of the ones I'm high on is like XLR, right? We talked about XLR on here a lot. Um, and we'll probably continue to talk about that one. But yeah, we'll continue to talk Swift because so many things are connected to them. Like we just talked about Hedera and Onera, right? So like a lot of different connections there. So many promising things, but a lot of it flows back to Swift. Uh, what's up again, Papa Kev, Drake L. Owens. What's good, Rue, and the chat. Prospector, good morning. What's going on? Hamish made it. How are we going? How are we doing? Pretty good. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? Coca-Cola put my Swift C in a massive dragon dip this morning. I need my Swift C back. Phantom Beat made it. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Okay, let's get into these price action moves. Okay, so one of the things I noticed was whenever BRICS information was announced, the price would move, right? Um, so let's see. Let's dive back here. So I couldn't go back on the BRICS page to March, but I see a couple people mentioning, okay, international news, BRICS plans on, Asian girl, um, BRICS plans to independent blockchain payment system, and I know that BRICS News announced this. Okay, so is this March 5th in Asia, which would actually be March 4th over here in the US? This is when we got like the biggest wick in Swift coin, right? Floki. Let me get rid of Floki, see what's going on over here. Okay, it's hitting off of that low again. Go back to Swift. So if we look right here, March 4th, March 5th, it's when we got that biggest wick. Okay. And Underdog Research Channel, shout out to him. Definitely check out his Swift coverage. He pointed out something that happened with John Shin that day or close to that day. So be sure to check out his billionaire blueprint, the full plan. He tells you something else that happened here with this big wick. So BRICS news and that John Shin news, we got liftoff, right? It literally more than almost doubled that day. Okay. Now, again, they now announced something with Swift having a payment system around here, or with BRICS having a payment system, which we'll show you again. So here's one, March 5th. Cute Asian girls telling you about that. I was trying to find it on actual BRICS site, but I couldn't find that because it didn't go all the way back to that. But then here, okay, well, here's another site that's showing you March 5th. So March 5th is like the deepest back it'll go, right? Kremlin announces creation of blockchain-based payment plan and BRICS. But then here again recently, they said some other information about it on the 7th that they were going to do something like that. Let me see. I have a photo of it. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sure. I don't know if I can zoom in. So this was on June 7th. Okay, that one's kind of hard to see. We're going to have to go to the BRICS, actual BRICS site for that. So here on like June 7th, which we can actually see this because we can scroll back to it, but we can't scroll back to the March one for whatever reason. I can't do it. Okay, here we go. Okay, hold on. We'll use this. Might have been. Okay, June 6th here. Just in, BRICS is preparing to launch its own currency in 2027. Then it is here. Again, BRICS says establishing payment mechanisms. And in one of these, it says also that it's going to launch its own blockchain. Let me see if I can just search that. This is not block. Oh, it's going to show it over there, not where I'm trying to find it. Okay, hold on. Let me see if we can go up. Could have sworn it said blockchain for one of these. Okay, there we go. BRICS officially announces independent payment system. Okay, that's what they said. So you can see here June 7th, June 6th, they were talking about their own payment system. They're talking about their own kind of independent payment system, blockchain, whatnot, right? So along around that same time, you got again another pop-up with Swift. So here and here. Now, I don't know, that makes me pretty gaga about what's going on with Swift, especially if you come and let's make sure I'm still sharing. Okay. Especially if you come and you think about and analyze um, all the different blockchains it says it supports, two of the biggest over in Asian type of areas are Binance and Tron. Okay. Right. Who knows exactly what Thundercore is going to do or what they do, right? But you could throw them in there too. You could throw in Clayton if you're talking about South Korea, right? So definitely a presence in BRICS nations, okay? And if you want to also throw onto that list some other ones like Jasmine, we've shown you the Jasmine connection here. I know Japan is technically G7, but they're over in that whole BRICS area, okay? And like I said, for Swift, I don't think it's going to matter G7 or BRICS. They will be able to communicate with both via, USDC, Tether, and all of these different blockchain networks, right? And we showed you how Metapath is already active. Be sure to check out the last episode, okay? And be sure to check out Draper Crypto's Quiet King to understand why I'm connecting all this stuff. Links to Draper Crypto's Quiet King is in the description. Okay. So yeah, there we are with that, right? So there seems to be this really big BRICS connection, right? And I think we're going to dive into that more, just like we might dive into Polkadot more now that we see that Swift does follow Energy Web Token. And according to Boost VC, Polkadot is one of the things that is in their portfolio. Okay, so stop the presses. Ruel is on, brother. I need you to call up Draper and tell him I need the prices to drop an extra 7% so I can cop those deals. I need more, Ruel. I'm not ready. Esco 215. I know you got those connections, family. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm just scooping up as much as I can of myself too. I thought I was happy with what I had, and then I find more information. I find more information. I'm just like, okay, I want more now. So I got what I thought was going to be my dream bag of Swift, and I want more. I'm actively getting more Swift. Okay, and I might even consolidate some things just to get more Swift because I'm that confident in what's going on. Like like we said, looking at all these different exchanges, I'm loving that 92 there. 92 adds up to 11. Let's go 92. People watching right now. Um, but yeah, like I just showed for anybody who might have missed the beginning, look at all these different things, bro. And this is why I say that Swift, like they technically really don't even need us, right? They don't need retail because you're getting arbitrage money from all these different platforms, right? All of these different exchanges, and these are only ones that I can find, right? We're not even talking about all the different blockchains, right? These are just exchanges, right? And like, wallets like Ledger, Wire, Robinhood, Coinbase, Bitrefill, CoinDX, Gemini, Limit Cash, Coin Haku, I think that one is, PDAX, Philippine exchange, Coinut, Singaporean Malaysian exchange. I think this one also, Coin Haku is Malaysian too. Um, Uno Coin, Indian exchange. YeePay, China. Swift, China. OpenSea, right? And that's not even all of them, right? But Swift blockchain and Metapath open up this whole flow to all these different things. And then when you throw in Stellar, you got the whole G7 way. Like, so if you wanted to say which exchanges control what, Stellar, we definitely know is G7 because of Coinbase and the intimate relationships that Stellar has with Coinbase and USDC, right? Um, so we got that there. And then when you look at all the BRICS side, definitely Binance Smart Chain and Swift has its own Binance Smart Chain contract, and how Binance Smart Chain is the biggest one over there, right? The biggest exchange over there. They now have a WEF guy running uh, Binance now. So it's definitely something that is under their control. And when you look at like European MiCA, remember, like you guys definitely should know the importance of WEF. Let's go into that a little bit. Let's just go into that a little bit. So Circle, Circle WEF. So Circle, you can see they're on the forum, okay, as a member. It's a global financial technology firm that enables businesses of all sizes to harness the power of cryptocurrency, blah, 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 blah. Circle is a pioneer of the fastest growing fiat currency stablecoin USDC or USD coin. Okay. So Circle is definitely a member. They're definitely a partner. You see that? Partners of World Economic Forum. We've told you how Stellar and Coinbase integrated with USDC, right? So again, the forum, they're there, right? And they even call it a digital dollar here. And they're telling you how it's a kind of intimate. Coinbase integrates USDC on Stellar into its blockchain. They did this June 22nd, 2022. Here we go with or 2023 with the 22s, the 11s, two times 11, 22. So also you can convert it to physical cash, to crypto globally with MoneyGram via Stellar and USDC. So it can already be converted to fiat if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to, but they got that ability. And they're hitting remittance payments if you want to talk MoneyGram too, right? So we can see WEF is a part of that. And remember, we've told you guys on here before how LCX is a member of that, and how LCX is kind of the first mover in MiCA. LCX set to become first MiCA-ready exchange. This is in October 18th, 2023. Okay. They were first with it. And if we look up Monty Metzger's LinkedIn, they will show you that they are members of the World Economic Forum. These guys, LCX, Monty. Excuse me, sorry about that. I'm not sure if you heard that or not. LinkedIn. Oh my God, I can't spell today. Okay, so you can see that this connection here. You see these guys are also members of the forum, as well as Ripple. They are also members of the forum. Okay. Yeah, let's start calling them just the forum now from now on. LCX joins the forum. Okay. And Ripple, they're also members of the forum. So when you see a lot of this stuff that goes on with Ripple and these laws, it's like I kind of laugh at it because we already know they're kind of members of the forum. They're kind of already in with the guys. You know what I mean? And remember, Swift supports Ripple, and they openly admit that. So there we go. We see that. Partners, another partner. Well, the forum confirms Ripple as an official partner. Okay. So remember all of this, and that all connects to this diagram we had before, right? We got Elon and his connection to OpenAI, SpaceX, Tesla, which remember all of these things, Twitter, Draper was an initial investor in, right? Okay. Remember, Draper was an initial investor in these things. I don't know if he was an initial investor in OpenAI, but he was in Twitter, he was in SpaceX, and he was in Tesla. Okay. Draper was. So all of these are connecting back to Stellar and XRP. You got Sean Bennett of Uphold, Stronghold, or of Stronghold, excuse me, Stellar XRP. Jed McCaleb, Pantera Capital, who we see all the time with Draper in different companies, different crypto companies, and Stellar and XRP and OpenAI. Okay. So we got that. And, Peter Thiel as well here. So we could look at these three people: McCaleb, Bennett, Musk, Thiel. Okay. Definitely hugely connected there. And then we've always showed you this diagram as well. Stronghold Casper. We know Draper owns Casper too, right? Stellar, Hedera, Stronghold, all feeding into IBM, WorldWire, all feeding into Stellar. We got, and someone asked me, oh, how is XCN connected? XCN's connected right here, processing those Visa payments and stuff. Remember, Draper owns Wire. All of that's coming through Stellar. Soroban. Remember, Draper had that whole connection here with Draper University, right? Just to recap, Draper University to invest in Stellar ecosystem with new accelerator programs focused on AI and Soroban, right? This is from Stellar. This is their press release. Okay. So tons of connections here. So this is why I'm going to continue to talk about Swift, because it leads us into so many things like Stellar, like Casper, like Hedera, like Stronghold, like Flare, like Velo, like what is this one called? I forget. Allbridge or something like that with that logo there. Yeah, like so many different cryptos, right? And I'm high on all of them, including XLR, right? Which XLR isn't in this, but it kind of should be. But yeah. What exchange are you purchasing Swift from? I am purchasing it from Coinbase at this moment. But you can purchase Swift in a decentralized manner on PancakeSwap via its Binance Smart Chain contract. So I'm getting it on Coinbase, but you could get it if you wanted to via like MetaMask or whatever wallet of your choice via PancakeSwap. I swear, Ruel, you dropped too much off of Swift Coin Alpha. I'm borderline FOMOing, bro. Hey, man, I'm just, it is what it is, bro. And people should be aware. They should really be aware. Now, think of all of what I just mentioned and add it to this picture, right? Think of all of the stuff I just mentioned and add it to this picture, all flowing through that chain, right? So now Ripple, now Polkadot, now Casper, now Caspa, even, which we made that connection through Polychain Capital, right? Um, Flare, Velo, right? All on the Stellar blockchain, which we should do another show like, because it seems like to me this purposely not mentioning Stellar that they kind of do. Maybe Stellar is even the one for real, like more than XRP, right? Because there are a lot of XRP things out here, but like nobody kind of mentions Stellar really. So I don't know. I think we should do a show. Maybe Stellar is the one over XRP. I don't know. But yeah, you could throw Stellar, XRP, and those guys, Casper, all into this, right? All flowing through it. And that's just the G7 side. Not even talking BRICS with Binance and Tron and and Jasmy and Mizuho Bank and all those different payment systems, YePay, right? And all those different payment systems over there, right? So, hey, really, really gets me enthused. Really gets me enthused. Is potential upside for Swift? What is it? Man, who can say at this point? One of the things that I like to compare it with, because of course, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not. I won't. I don't want to be anyone's financial advisor. I'm just sharing things about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. Um, when we compare this to coins that are similar, right, in supply and that had a previous bull run, we could compare it to Harmony One. And Matt, thanks to the person who did that, one of the viewers actually did that, and I was like, okay, it's a really great idea. Like that really fits. So I've used it ever since. So shout out to them. They know who they are. I just want to make sure that people are acknowledged. So Harmony One total supply is about 13 billion. Last bull run, it went to around. That's so wrong right there. Okay, why is it saying 27, but it's showing 30 something? Okay, yeah, 34. So it went to about 34 cents, right? And it's 3 billion coins heavier than Swift, but it was still over here in the sub pennies last bull run, right? It just was in the sub penny area until it wasn't. Right? So that's why I think this is a great example because like Swift, it spent time in the sub penny area before things really truly popped off. And you can see here, even after the halving into like January 2021, it was still kind of sub penny. So January 2021 is going to be our January 2025, right? And then after that, it boomed, right? And maybe we might not even have to wait that long, right? Because who knows what's going to happen this January or this July, August, September. Like, who knows what's going to happen during that time for us? But this is a good example, right? Because if you go to Swift, you'll see that it's only 10 billion coins, right? And just like we mentioned, it has so many more connections. It has so many more connections. So There you go, 10 billion. And only 9 million or 9 billion is circulating. It's 10 billion max supply, but only 9 billion is circulating. So, you know, that should really have you intrigued about Swift, right? Has me intrigued. Has me intrigued. Um, I think that was a perfect example for whoever brought this up. This is the absolute perfect example comparing Swift there to Harmony One over there, which is if we go to market cap view. Let's go back to Harmony One and do that market cap view. Let's see, what was the market cap when it was sub penny? So it was more market cap for it because it's like 2 or 3 billion coins heavier. So to be honest, Swift might actually go like farther than this because it's way less coins. Okay, couple billion less coins. So something to think about. What's up, Crypto Future? I got to come back on your show, brother. Definitely check out Crypto Future show. He talks a lot of Jasmine content, and he's also talking Swift content as well. And he's gracious enough to have me on the show. Very much appreciate it. Definitely got to come on again. Appreciate you, brother, for coming through. All right, guys. A lot of underdog research is in the house too. Let's go. So lot of activity today. Maybe I need to start doing Sunday shows. Blackaroo, we're up to 58 people on the X, 31 people on General Crypto X, 21 people on the Blackaroo YouTube. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up today, guys, because the YouTube algorithm seems to like shows that are under an hour. So we're gonna stick to that. Really, 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 really cool. And thank you, Future. Definitely gonna have to get back in contact with you, brother. So definitely, guys, like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. It helps get the show out. Thank you guys so much for spending part of your Sunday with me. I'll catch you guys later. Catch you on Wednesday. I'm out.